You know, if you really want to understand the modern digital landscape, you have to start with YouTube.
Oh, absolutely. It's the benchmark.
We are talking about a true global monolith. I mean, it is the second biggest social platform on the planet, right after Facebook.
And the numbers are just, they're colossal.
Right. I was looking at the sources. 2.7 billion active users, with more than 122 million people logging in every single day.
And it's not just volume. That reach translates into paying customers who are, highly engaged.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the financials, YouTube is on this massive upswing. Premium now has over 125 million subscribers globally.
Wow.
And YouTube TV, which is their dedicated streaming service, is closing in on, 9.4 million? It's a hugely successful enterprise.
Which, frankly, makes it a massive target.
Exactly. When a platform holds that much value and that many users, the pressure to dominate becomes, well, existential.
You've got TikTok, you've got Instagram Reels, all fighting for that short-form video market. And then every streaming service you can imagine is trying to steal the long-form attention. It's ruthless.
So how does YouTube respond?
That's the question.
They respond with aggression and with technology. We are watching YouTube commit completely to this AI boom, rolling out these incredibly powerful tools.
Right, tools designed to make content creation lightning fast.
But as we dive into the source material you shared, we see two completely contrasting stories coming out of this.
Two narratives.
On one hand, you have these incredible new efficiencies, but on the other, a really serious platform-level instability that is, frankly, terrifying its longtime creators.
And that's the tension we really need to unpack today. What happens when a platform this big pushes aggressive new AI technology, not just for growth, but for survival?
Well, let's start with the offensive mics.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting on the tech front. YouTube's whole strategy seems to be about making the creation process almost effortless. We saw a huge demonstration of this at their Made on YouTube 2025 event back in September. They unveiled a whole suite of generative tools.
And these tools, they aren't built on some cheap foundation. They represent the full power of Google's AI research.
So we're talking about DeepMind.
Exactly. These new generative features are powered by Google DeepMind's VO3 model.
And for those who don't follow AI development that closely, what is VO3?
It's Google's most sophisticated video generation model. Think of it like a large language model, but instead of text, it's been trained to understand and create really complex, high-quality video just from text prompts.
So they are plugging a state-of-the-art video engine directly into the creator pipeline. What are some of the standout features?
Well, the sources highlight a few things designed to just eliminate all that tedious post-production work.
Like what?
For instance, creators can now use AI to generate these highly complex custom video backgrounds. So, forget green screens or building expensive sets.
Okay, that's a big deal.
It is. And they can incorporate motion effects. And maybe more surprisingly, they can virtually insert props into a scene after it's already been shot.
The idea of just adding props to an existing video, that's a game changer for independent creators who can't afford reshoots.
Absolutely.
Huh.
But the biggest efficiency gain has to be this feature they're calling Edit with AI.
Right.
Edit with AI is designed to be like an instant assistant. A creator uploads their raw, unedited clips, and the AI just processes them.
And what does it do?
It handles the cuts, the pacing, the scene alignment, tone adjustment, all of it. It generates a cohesive first draft video immediately. It builds the foundation so the human creator can just focus on the final polish.
And they're not just focused on the video editing. I mean, we saw that earlier rollout of expanded tools in YouTube Studio.
And the title test.
The title testing, which makes it much easier to A/B test titles and thumbnails. And as The Verge reported, that's a critical process for getting clicks.
And this focus on just maximizing content output brings us to maybe the most technically focused innovation.
Which is?
The Generate with Sound tool, which they added to the YouTube Create editing app.
That sounds very specific. Who is this for?
This is aimed squarely at mobile creators. Think about everyone shooting and editing entirely on their phones. A huge and growing demographic, especially for shorts.
Okay, so it has to be fast and light.
Exactly. To handle the speed and the limited processing power of a phone, this tool uses a custom, lightweight version of that powerful VO3 model. They're calling it the VO3 Fast model.
That fast part is key. It means it's tailored for speed, but what does it actually do?
It takes a text prompt. Let's say a cat skateboarding on a sunny beach. The user picks a duration, up to 8 seconds, and chooses a style.
And then?
It generates a complete short video clip with synchronized audio, and this is the key part. It adds background music, sound effects, and even lip-synced speech if needed, all from that one text prompt.
Whoa. So synchronizing the visuals with the audio, making sure the lip movement matches, that's a really complex task even for high-end AI.
It is. But the speed is the selling point.
So let's be analytical here. If this tool cuts the average shorts production time by more than half, which is what their internal testing showed, what's the consequence of that?
The consequence is a profound acceleration in the content arms race. If production time halves, content volume could potentially double. YouTube is effectively forcing an increase in content velocity on the entire platform.
And the challenge for them is quality control.
That's the trade-off, right? If content becomes this easy to generate, how do you stop the platform from being flooded by low-effort AI-generated noise?
So we've talked a lot about speed and efficiency. But efficiency doesn't always equal connection. Let's shift to the more personal side of things.
Right. How YouTube is trying to bridge that gap between creators and the billions of viewers.
Exactly. And that's where native audio comes in.
An effort to bring a personal touch back into this high-volume world.
They just rolled out 30-second voice replies to comments. This is fascinating. A channel owner can just record and post a short audio response right under a viewer's comment.
And what's so interesting here is that this is the very first time YouTube has enabled native audio interaction outside of a full video upload.
Right. For years, if you wanted to give a personal response without typing a novel, your only option was to film a whole new video.
A follow-up short or a full video just to address one comment. It was so inefficient.
So they're removing a massive friction point for creators trying to manage their community, especially on channels with thousands of comments.
Exactly. I mean, think about the sheer volume. Typing long replies is just prohibitively time-consuming.
And we saw the CEO, Neil Mohan, announce this directly on X.
He did, yeah. Emphasizing the team's push for better creator services. This new feature offers a deeply personal alternative that saves time. You get to hear the creator's actual voice, their tone. It fosters the connection that text just loses.
I wonder about the 30-second limit, though. Why that specific constraint?
That constraint is probably a brilliant bit of platform management. 30 seconds is long enough for a genuine thought, but short enough to stop people from creating, miniature, unmonetizable audio essays.
It keeps the engagement high, but the commitment low.
Yes. And, crucially, it also limits the potential for toxicity or abuse in the replies. It keeps things snappy and constrained.
Yeah.
It's a huge improvement for millions of creators.
Okay, so we've painted this picture of rapid innovation, production time cut in half, personal connection enhanced.
A very positive picture.
But right below the announcements for these amazing new tools, the creators themselves were sounding a very loud, very serious alarm.
And this is that contrasting narrative we mentioned. It's deeply unsettling. This aggressive push into new AI tools for creation is happening at the same time as a platform-level moderation crisis, which is also driven by AI.
And people were pointing this out right under the CEO's post.
Immediately. Numerous users commented below Mohan's X post, highlighting this systemic issue. The automated moderation system is mistakenly terminating legitimate channels.
And we're not talking about small new accounts here. Can you detail the scale of this problem?
Well, the Times of India and other outlets have reported on this disturbing trend of long-running, well-established channels vanishing from the platform overnight with no clear explanation.
Overnight?
Yeah. We're talking channels with years of history, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and spotless community guideline records. Their entire digital archive, their livelihood, just gone.
So the accusation is that their automated system is just too aggressive. But why? If these channels are so well established, why are the AI models suddenly flagging them as spam?
That is the core failure point, and it's a terrifying application of AI instability. The prevailing theory among creators is that the AI model might be suffering from something called model drift.
Model drift, explain that.
So as content, especially AI-generated content, gets more complex, the algorithms that are designed to detect spam become more sensitive.
Yeah.
And ironically, less precise.
So it's overcorrected.
It's overcorrecting. If the AI is trained to aggressively hunt for patterns related to deceptive content, it can easily misidentify established nuanced content as spam. The human context gets completely lost.
And the consequence for the creator is just devastating. We have a specific example from the source material that really illustrates this human cost.
Yes, the direct quote from a user on X.
It's from a user named Ryan, and his frustration is just palpable. He commented, I wish I could use the feature, but my channel was terminated December 4.
I've made videos since 2006.
Since 2006, that's nearly 2 decades of work instantly deleted.
And he goes on, I was told appeals take 1-2 days, then told longer. Support said they were checking, then my appeal was instantly denied. This AI system is broken.
So the system not only made a false positive, but the appeal process, the supposed human backstop, also failed him instantly.
And that sentiment was just echoed across the platform. Multiple users arguing that YouTube's moderation AI is deleting people's hard work.
Now, to be fair and balanced, what is YouTube's official position on this?
Well, they state that their system uses a combination of automated detection and human reporting. They openly acknowledge that automated systems can be imperfect.
So they admit they make mistakes.
And they maintain that the appeal system exists precisely to correct those mistaken removals.
But the effectiveness of that appeal system is what's being challenged here, given Ryan's experience. So what does this all mean when we bring these two stories together?
It's a huge technological paradox.
You have a platform pushing hard to lead the pack with these incredible generative tools, but the fundamental security meant to protect that content is failing its longest tenured users.
Right. YouTube is innovating to stave off competition from TikTok and Reels.
Yeah.
They have to be fast. But the irony is that in their pursuit of efficiency through AI, they are destabilizing the very foundation of their platform and threatening the careers of the creators they rely on to compete.
It's like building a better house on a shaky foundation.
Exactly. It creates an almost existential risk for creators.
We've seen the power of an AI that can build an 8-second video clip with sound in, just seconds. But we also hear about these long-time channels being instantly deleted by an imperfect AI that can't tell legitimate work from spam.
And the whole situation just raises a fundamental question about where the risk lies in this new automated era. The platform gets all the efficiency.
And the creator bears the cost of instant, irreversible termination.
That's the thought we want to leave you with. It's the ultimate trade-off of this AI age. If a new tool promises to cut your shorts production time in half, unlocking incredible efficiency for your career, but the infrastructure risk means you might lose your entire archive, years of work, overnight because of an aggressive moderation bot. How high is the price of that efficiency?
The future of creation is certainly faster, but for the creator, it may also be fundamentally unstable.